Benedix is a sea cucumber. To be precise, Benedix is a Bohacea argus, a specific species of sea cucumbers characterized by a thick fleshy body. Taxonomy, the study of classification, places him under the family Holothuridae, which funnily enough is found under a class called Holothuroidea, the class of all sea cucumbers. Together with a diverse array of other marine life such as sea stars and sea urchins, they form the phylum Echinodermata. Benedix the sea cucumber lives in the shallows of the Pacific Ocean and the West Indian Ocean. It dwells between a depth of 337 meters in the coral reefs lining the coasts of Sri Lanka, Malaysia, and the South Pacific Islands. Often, it can be found in intertidal regions which become exposed during low tides. Amongst the natural predators of the sea cucumber are fellow coral dwellers, sea stars, and various fish. The sea cucumber, meanwhile, consumes mostly plankton and organic matter found on the seabed. For a sea cucumber, Benedix can be remarkably long, with relatives who can grow up to 36 centimeters in length, which is long in the sea cucumber world. On the back of his fleshy body or dorsal side, his smooth leathery skin is greyish-brown, decorated with spots ringed with distinctive white halos. On his underside, he has several rows of little tube feet which facilitate movement and adhesion to substrates. The Bohacea argus, being an echinoderm, has a water vascular system that connects its many tube feet. Movement is made possible by alternating the contraction of the muscles to push water into the tube feet, forming a turgid structure that pushes and extends into the ground. Like many marine creatures, the Bohacea argus is not hesitant to retaliate when in danger. For example, when it is disturbed by a starfish, it would eject from its anus parts of its gut called Cuvierian tubules which will expand greatly in size when in water. This process, known as evisceration, produces a mass of extremely sticky tubules which are very effective in entangling potential predators. The expulsion of Cuvierian tubules is also accompanied by the release of the toxic chemical holothurin so as to further deter predators. If that too fails, the sea cucumber may finally resort to more conventional methods and attempt to roll away or curl up to avoid external threats. Most living creatures require oxygen for respiration and survival, and Benedix is no exception. Unlike creatures that live on land, marine creatures do not have access to the oxygen gas that is abundant in the atmosphere. Instead, they must rely on various mechanisms to extricate oxygen dissolved in the sea water. The Bohacea argus does this by using a pair of structures known as the respiratory trees. These consist of a tree-like structure formed by multiple thin tubules branching off a main tube that runs the length of a sea cucumber. This structure provides a large surface area where gas exchange can take place, and just so happens to be located right within the anus. Water is drawn into the anal cavity and over the respiratory trees so that oxygen can diffuse from the water through the thin walls of the respiratory trees. Carbon dioxide and other waste matter are released into the water. The wastewater is then discharged, again through the anus. Another feature of the sea cucumber is the calcareous ring that surrounds its throat. This serves as a point of attachment for muscles that control oral tentacles and allow the entire body to contract longitudinally. These oral tentacles are modified tube feet which surround the mouth of the sea cucumber and help with grabbing food, for example, plankton. The main diet of the sea cucumber consists of plankton and organic matter found on the seabed. Its eating process can cause it to ingest large amounts of sand. Thankfully, the digestive system of the sea cucumber is a relatively simple one. Food is taken in from the pharyngeal bulb and travels through the stomach and intestines for nutrients to be absorbed before exiting through the anus. Sea cucumbers reproduce by releasing their gametes into the water. Gametes are produced in a single gonad located near its mouth and oral tentacles and consists of a duct with branching on the end. The Bohacea argus lives amongst coral reefs and is an integral part of the preservation of its habitat. In fact, the formation of corals itself is dependent on a byproduct of the digestive process of this sea cucumber, calcium carbonate or CaCO3. Additionally, Its defecation also plays a crucial role in maintaining the ecosystem by raising the pH of the water and working against ocean acidification, which would erode calcium carbonate from the reefs. The Bohacea argus also releases ammonia, which fertilizes the growth of coral reefs. In addition to benefiting coral reefs directly, the Bohacea argus also shares symbiotic relationships with many other creatures living in its ecosystem. Imperial shrimps benefit from the sea cucumber in a commensal relationship, where one party benefits while the other does not, by holding on to the sea cucumber for free locomotion, albeit rather slowly. Some might argue, however, that this relationship is in fact a mutualistic one, as the shrimps would in turn aid the sea cucumber in eliminating parasites. Another instance of symbiosis is found between the Bohacea argus and certain species of pearlfish in the Carapidae family. Once again, the anus of the Bohacea argus plays a crucial role. Pearlfish live in the cloaca region of the sea cucumber, more easily understood as its rectal space. Again, this relationship is mostly commensal in nature. No harm is done to the sea cucumber, while providing shelter and protection for the pearlfish. Nonetheless, some species of pearlfish are parasitic and may actually begin eating the tissue of its host from the inside. The Bohacea argus, like many other species of sea cucumbers, has been found numerous uses by humans. Research has shown that argusites collected from the Bohacea argus could have potential applications in medicine due to its notable cytotoxicity against various types of tumor cells from humans. Argusite A possesses cytotoxicity against HCT116 cells. Argusites B and C possess high cytotoxicities to A549 and HCT116 cell lines. Argusites D and E exhibited significant cytotoxicities against 4 human tumor cell lines, A549, HCT116, HEP-G2, and MCF7. In the field of bioengineering, the adhesive mechanism found in tuberine tubules from the Bohacea argus could be fashioned into bandaging for sticky wounds, thus solving the difficulties of bioadhesion. For example, this could lead to the development of a novel water-resistant adhesive. Here is a girl walking dangerously. She is wobbling and about to fall. But fear not, a waterproof plaster is on its way to save the day. Bohacea argus is an edible species of sea cucumber. Sea cucumbers, widely known as trepang, are commonly consumed throughout China, Japan, and South Asia, and are seen as nutritional delicacies among Aboriginal Southeast Asians. Sea cucumbers are highly nourishing, comprising nutrients like vitamin A, vitamin B1 thiamine, vitamin B2 riboflavin, vitamin B3 niacin, and various minerals, calcium, magnesium, iron, and zinc in particular. In the communities of Asia and the Middle East, they have also been used in traditional medicine. The curative attributes of sea cucumbers can be tied to the large variety of bioactives it contains. Sea cucumbers in general also often appear as an ingredient in various Asian cooking traditions and can be used for a variety of different dishes. Due to the deliciousness of sea cucumbers in Asian cuisine, sea cucumber populations in Asia have been in steady decline. Sea cucumbers have been subject to tremendous fishing pressure and are being overharvested, especially in regions such as China, the Philippines, Indonesia, and Papua New Guinea. Conversely, many sea cucumbers are not considered endangered or threatened in the West, and indeed can be found in much abundance in Western seas. As you can see, sea cucumbers are very useful and important to us humans and are also integral in the marine ecosystem. Conservation efforts should be increased in Asian countries to protect them. Benedix is very proud to be a sea cucumber.